Hello and welcome to MetroArts. I'm your host, Sophia Sanchez. Here on MetroArts, we highlight some of the best in the business, from fine artists, photographers, and performing artists, to cinematographers and musical artists, all from the Metro Detroit area. On today's show, we'll feature the co-owners of Detroit Fiberworks, Najma Wilson and Mandisa Smith, doctor-turned-director Steven Karageanes, and guitarist and singer-songwriter Briar Rabbit. We'd like to welcome the co-owners of Detroit Fiberworks, Najma Wilson and Mandisa Smith, to MetroArts. Hi, ladies. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, good. What do you specialize in at Fiberworks?
Detroit Fiberworks sells mostly handmade work of local artists. And the artists that we feature, their work is hand-painted or mixed media or jewelry or eco-printed or felted, many different techniques. But most of the artists are local artists and almost everything is handmade. Yes.
Wonderful. What inspires your creations?
I'm highly inspired by nature.
Yeah.
And I've always worked from that premise. And lately I've been doing eco-print scarves where you dye with plants. And that's part of my new inspiration.
How about you, Mandisa? What inspires you?
Well, the process that I've been working with lately, for the most part, is felting. And I'm inspired by the fact that everything I do when I felt comes out different. You know, it's almost impossible to make something that's exactly the same as something else when you felt. And I really like that.
It's always unique.
It's always unique.
Yeah. So one of your specialties is a felted wishbowl. What is a wishbowl?
So I brought a wishbowl to show you.
Oh, great. Okay.
That's a wishbowl. And it's just a small felted bowl that I make. And it's a bowl to, you know, write your wishes on and put your wishes in and wait for them to come true.
And it's really soft. Explain the step-by-step process that goes into making one.
Okay, so I use roving, wool roving. You have to use roving to felt. And this roving is merino wool, so if you feel it, you can see it's really, really soft. And the process involves taking a pattern, a template made of foam, so it's waterproof because when you felt, you use water. And you pull off the wool fibers from the roving and lay it on the template, wet it, and rub it, and rub it, and rub it, and rub it.
Wow.
Until the fibers lock together and become fabric.
Oh, that's great. And how long does something like that take?
I could make a wishbowl probably in about an hour, maybe, if I'm going really fast.
What other types of art are there at Fiberworks?
One of our featured artists that we sell quite a bit of her work is Zawadi. She made this pillow. She's a mixed media artist, and she creates really beautiful pieces that usually have some kind of spiritual message in it, and some kind of inspirational message, let's say. We have several of her pieces, as well as we sell Detroit Snob t-shirts.
Janet Hill Talbert is one of our artists. She's a native Detroiter. She lives in New York now, but she also likes to put inspirational messages on her jewelry.
Yeah, they're beautiful pieces.
So, and yeah, they are gorgeous. Another piece of jewelry that we feature is the Detroit cuff. So I don't know if you've seen those before, but there's a map of Detroit on the Detroit cuff, and they come in a
with
bell
plates
aisle.
Too, right?
I haven't seen the plates, but there is a money clip.
Okay.
There's a money clip, and there's a Belle Isle version. There's a Woodward Avenue version. Palmer Park, yeah. So they feature Detroit areas.
Tell me about the Night's Art Challenge.
Okay, the Night Arts Challenge is a nationwide effort to transform communities through art. And we won last year. We're really excited about
We're so
it.
excited, yes.
And we're going to be teaching free fiber art workshops to children, teenagers, and adults from the community. Then we're going to take their work and incorporate it into an outdoor art installation on the median on the Avenue of Fashion.
That's fantastic. Where can we learn more about you?
You can learn more about us at our website, DetroitFiberworks.com, and our Facebook page.
All right, well, thank you so much for being here today, ladies.
Thank you.
Up next, we'll enjoy a bit of a fashion show. You're watching MetroArts on Detroit Public Television.
Brittany is wearing a silk and merino wool wrap, which can be worn in a variety of ways, including wrapped around and worn as a skirt. It's a one-of-a-kind piece. Robin is wearing a ruffled merino wool scarf. It's very soft and luxurious, and it's a double ruffle, black and ivory. It can be worn on either side and makes a nice frame around her face. Narissa is wearing two pieces, a dress that is eco-dyed with plants. You can see the leaf prints on the dress, and a scarf that can be worn around the shoulders, over the head, around the waist. Two very versatile pieces, both silk and merino wool. Robin is wearing a merino wool and silk. It's called Nuno felted scarf. Brittany is wearing an ivory Nuno felted dress made of silk and merino wool. It's one of a kind, along with a Nuno felted scarf. This would make a fabulous wedding dress for a very avant-garde bride.
And now let's welcome Dr. turned Director Steven Karageanes to MetroArts and Wayne State University. Welcome.
Thank you.
So you're a sports medicine doctor. What types of things do you do beyond helping people rehabilitate?
Well, outside of the office, my main job is as a filmmaker. I write and direct feature films and short film projects here in Detroit.
What do you do in your medical practice that involves the arts?
Well, for a long time, I took care of sports medicine programs. I was focused on just sports medicine. But then I started realizing as a performing artist myself, I wanted to work more with people like that. And there's also a very severe need for people who can do performing arts medicine. So I started gearing everything I do towards dancers, musicians. So if a person was covering a football game on Friday night, I'd be instead covering a studio or a performance.
That's cool. How did you start your second career as a filmmaker and a writer?
Well, back in 2004, my career was going very well. I was accomplishing all my goals that I ever set out for myself. But it turns out that I was really unhappy with that. And it turns out I had ADHD that was really uncontrolled. So I got treated for that. And once I did, everything started becoming clear to me. It started making more sense to me, what I wanted to do really in my life. And so I started exploring that further by doing performing arts over at Second City through improv theater. And 3.5 years later, I made my first short film. And I figured if my first short film doesn't do well, I'll just stop doing that. Sure. But it went to Cannes, Monaco, LA, New York for screenings.
That's amazing.
So I said, I'll just keep on doing this. And it's been a wonderful ride ever since.
That's so fantastic. The arts and sciences are usually thought of as separate disciplines. Up next, we'll watch your video, Athletes and the Arts. Can you tell us about that and why you decided to produce it?
Well, Athletes in the Arts is a multi-organizational initiative to help develop performing arts medicine. So in order to launch the whole initiative, we want something that can get the idea of how physical and how demanding performing arts is compared with athletics, because we always think of musicians as people who just sit there and play instruments, and dancers as someone who just twirls around for fun, and not really understand just the physical demands of those professions. So this video is meant to get that point across in as elegant and as concise a way as possible.
Okay, great. Here's Athletes and the Arts.
Is that my cue?
That didn't feel good at all.
That is such a compelling video, and I really like the way the editing and the rhythm and movement come together. It has segments that were filmed in Detroit. What opportunities do you feel Detroit offers to artists?
Well, Detroit's like a blank canvas that you can do almost anything here. We have so many different resources in film and music and theater and everything, and dance, and we have so many wonderful things and so many different locations for filming. The whole state in general. I mean, I feel very lucky to be starting my film career in the state when we started the Film Incentive Program, because it's been able to help me do what I want to do here. And you can show almost anything you want, you can think of in the state.
There's a lot of opportunity. So what do you enjoy most about each of your professions?
Well, I really love in medicine being able to help people, especially those who don't have much help from anywhere else. Performing artists don't have many people that understand what they go through. And with the film world, I love the creative process. I love being able to express myself, express my passions, and work with people collaboratively to create something that you can watch and and enjoy, and just the process of it has been something that I can't imagine living without.
Where can we learn more about you?
Well, I think the best place to go about athletes in the arts for sure is athletesandthearts.com, where people can get resources for helping with nutrition, health management of athletes, or dancers, musicians, and so on.
Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
You're watching MetroArts on Detroit Public Television. And now let's welcome guitarist and singer-songwriter Briar to the Midtown Studio at Wayne State University. Hi, welcome.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
So, how long have you been writing songs?
I would say I've been writing songs since I was about 13, maybe a little bit before. I started playing when I was 13, so I could put the guitar with the words, because I used to just have words in my head and like melodies and just kind of make them up.
Sure.
And no real means to record them or anything like that. I just kind of remembered them, which is weird, and I had like documents on my computer. It was real weird. And then someone was like, hey, you know you can like put that to music. And I was like, oh, cool, yeah. So
awesome.
I finally did. And now I can play, or then I could play and sing. So
great.
yeah.
So when did you start actually performing?
Well, like 13 and a half.
Okay.
So like
so
you learn
a
guitar at 13, and then 13 and a half you start playing.
Wow.
Performing, yeah.
And where did you start performing?
I think my first show was in my best friend's backyard in the last day of 8th grade. So yeah, we just got some amps and a patio. Parents went to Costco, and like we just had an end of the year party. Yeah, it was really cool.
Perfect. Where do you get your inspiration?
Everywhere, kind of. It's weird. I watch a lot of movies. I read a lot of books. Like Kurt Vonnegut's real huge with me. Mukarami. So yeah, I just read a lot, and I'm an English nerd. So a lot of times I get inspired by actual words and phrases and things of that nature. So you know, if I have a line in my head or something like that, I'll sort of write around it and sort of go that way.
Are you drawn to certain themes in your writing, or not particularly, or what?
Sometimes I am.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times it's usually what I'm thinking about. And I think that a lot of my writing is sort of just self-exploratory, like a situation happens, be it romantic or whatever, and I just kind of try to piece it out sort of in my head, and then it kind of comes out in music, not on paper. And then, yeah, that's kind of where my songs come from.
Cool.
So they call me like a self-reflective.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, makes it sound a lot deeper though.
Right. So you won the 2013 International Songwriting Award.
Sure did.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I was number 12 in a category. So it was like I was still in the top 190 of 19,000 songs, which felt pretty cool. But yeah, I submitted my song, and I honestly forgot about it. But the song that won was a song called So Long, and it was the last song written for my record. I had recorded most of it, and then I called my producer because there was like some break, and he was just like, oh, I can't work on your record for a month. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. And then like right when we were like back, I was like, here's a demo of a song. And he was just like, you can't add any more songs. And then he heard it, and he was just like, cool, we'll record it Monday.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
right.
and then I ended up winning an award. So
that's amazing.
It was like the oops baby of my record.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So where can we learn more about you?
If you go to briarrabbit.net,
okay.
Or anything on social media is just going to be @Briar_rabbit.
Okay, perfect. So you're going to perform in studio today. Tell us what we're going to hear.
You're going to hear some music. You're going to hear some singing. I'm going to play a song called Lay It On Me, which is a single. And then I'm going to play a song called Bricks, which is going to be on my next upcoming EP.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here today. And now here's Briar on MetroArts Detroit.
Lay it on me, lay it on me. I gotta hear it from you before anybody. Just lay it on me, lay it on me, lay it on me. Don't make me guess, don't make me figure it out. Hey, when the truth is on your face, but it ain't in your mouth. Just lay it on me, lay it on me, lay it on me. Hearts break every other day, but it's the stressing of the guessing that I just can't take. So lay it on me, lay it on me, lay it on me. time. Save me some face and tell me if somebody's sleeping in my place. Just lay it on me, lay it on me, lay it on me. I see 1,000 pounds of thought are stuck inside of your head. Oh, and I'm trying to pick up on what you left unsaid. Yeah, I'm trying to be cool, I'm trying to be kind, I'm trying not to lose my mind. So lay it on me, lay it on me. I wanna hear it from you before anybody. So lay it on me, lay it on me, lay it on me. Just lay it on me, lay it on me, lay it on me. Well, I built you up in my head, so big you barely fit. It wasn't fair, it wasn't voluntary. I get carried away, just a man with too much to say. It's better off caring less, and I swear I do my best. But when that heart comes to call, where you'll get it all just happens when I fall. There's a dream of mine, it refuses to die, despite what history's shown. Where she steps into my life like a song I recognize. We take all of these bricks, build a home. Must have mistook her for you. It's something that I do. I'm not mad that you're gone, I'll move along. I just hate being wrong about that dream of mine. It refuses to die, despite what history's shown. Where she steps into my life like a song I recognize. Oh, we take all of these bricks, build a home. And I know I just sound crazy to most. I spend my life chasing melodies and ghosts long ago. A muse traced her shadow on my soul, and I just gotta know about that dream of mine. It refuses to die, despite what history's shown. Where she steps into my life like a song I recognize. Oh, we take all of these bricks, build a home. And if you're not her, I promise I will leave you alone. Sorry, I thought you were someone that I know.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. I would like to thank our guests, Najma Wilson, Mandisa Smith, Dr. Steven Karageanes, and Briar Rabbit for being here today. Remember, you can watch any of our shows online at MetroArtsDetroit.com and find us on social media. I'm your host, Sophia Sanchez, reminding you to seek out inspiration and explore the arts in your community.